Welcome to Her Notebook, where we dive deep into the questions every woman wonders but often doesn't ask. From your mind to your body and everything in between, we're here to explore the real conversations about women's health. Join me, your host, Cristina Aire, as we open up the pages of Her Notebook and empower you with knowledge and insight. But before we dive into Her Notebook, I want to share the story behind it. Growing up, like many girls, I had more questions than answers. I'd wonder about things happening to my body or my emotions, but rarely got the clarity I needed. Sometimes those questions would fade, but more often than not, they lingered. I'd read or hear something that might provide a partial answer, but almost always it led to more questions. As I got older, life got busy, and like so many of us, I didn't always stop to investigate the things that puzzled me. If I had a headache, I'd grab an over-the-counter pill and move on. A rash, I'd take an antihistamine, brush it off, and go about my day. It became a cycle. Treat the symptom, ignore the cause. And yet, in the back of my mind, I kept a mental notebook. It became full of those unresolved questions, those someday I'll figure this out moments. I didn't know when I'd have the time to really explore them, but I knew they were there, waiting. Now, I've reached a point where I'm ready to open that notebook. Her Notebook was born from that desire to take the time to understand, to ask the questions we all have, but often push aside in our busy lives. This podcast is my way of diving into the topics that matter, the ones that have been sitting in my mind, and maybe yours too, waiting for attention. My hope is that the conversations we're about to have will make your journey of learning easier, whether you're too shy to ask, don't know who to ask, or simply don't have the time to read and explore about these topics. I hope that these 15-minute episodes filled with honest conversations will lead to meaningful understanding and small, actionable steps you can take towards bettering your health. Now back to my introduction of Her Notebook. In a world where so much about women's health has been kept behind closed doors, we're here to open the conversation wide. These conversations will be honest and hopefully educational, providing small steps that can be taken to improve your physical and mental health. The goal is to help us understand what influences our emotions, our minds, the decisions we make, and more importantly, how we feel. And these are conversations for women of all ages, from teenage girls just beginning their journey of self-discovery to women in their 90s continuing to navigate the beautiful and complex world of female physiology. And we hope you men will join us as well, because you're part of our world and will continue to play a big role in our space. Join us as we dive into everything you've ever wanted to know, but perhaps were afraid to ask, from understanding the basics of the female anatomy to how your menstrual cycle influences your mind, your body, and mood. Whether you're wondering how hormones impact your emotions, sex, or seeking insight on how life stages like menopause shifts your body's rhythm, we'll cover it all. Here, we don't shy away from the uncomfortable topics. Our goal is to talk openly and honestly about the physical and emotional challenges we face as women, topics society has long kept in the shadows. Each episode will feature candid discussions with medical experts, personal stories from women like you, and practical advice to help you better understand yourself. So tune in, join the conversation, and learn how to take small, meaningful steps towards self-awareness, empowerment, and thrive at every age. Together, we're breaking the silence and fostering a community where knowledge becomes power, and every woman can embrace her body and mind with confidence.